Hello everyone, and welcome back to SheffPlays Zombie Critique. In today's video we're talking about Tagger and Toten, which is the overall finale for Black Ops 4 Zombies. And after this video we will have Black Ops 4 overall, just like we do for the rest of the games, and then next we'll be tackling Cold War. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's do the pros, the cons, rating, recommendation, and call it a video. So for pros, the colors in this map pop like crazy. Like, that sunset lighting is phenomenal, like on a whole nother level. And so it feels more like a callback. I think the only one that really feels like a true, like, beat for beat remake is Blood of the Dead. Whereas this one, well, that and Classified, this one and Alpha Omega kind of took a step more in their own territory. Whereas when you're in the areas from Call of the Dead, it feels more like a callback, if that makes any sense. Because there's fairly amount of new areas in this one. And it is the return of the Victus crew, which is something I enjoy a ton. I love those characters, and I think they're a little more realistic in terms of your everyday person in this situation. And it feels like, for the Primus and Ultimus crew, they are just like, they were born to destroy, whereas these are just like everyday people, and it's kind of cool. And there is a George Romero reference. You can find his glasses on a table, and when you interact with him, the character you're playing as will pay respects and say something really kind about him. And it was such a small detail, but it was really nice for them to do something like that. Especially because, like, we really wouldn't even have this without him. So, yeah. There are multiple wonder weapons in this map. There is a Thunder Gun, a Winter variant of the Thunder Gun, a Wonder Waff variant, and the Ray Gun Mark II. All of which are really phenomenal, and they really do justice. Like, they really tank, and they're really fun to use. And I do know how to get one of them, which is what I was trying to do, but I couldn't find the right icicle. And the other ones, the Thunder Gun and the Mark II, you can just get out of the box. And the Winter variant of the Thunder Gun, you have to do, like, all the trials and, like, challenges. I think. It's been a long time. Also, the Golden Pack-a-Punch. I wish more maps had a way to do something like this, because it is super nice. Is every now and then the Golden Pack-a-Punch will be available, and it looks exactly like the regular Pack-a-Punch, except it's gold. And what it does is it max packs your weapon in one Pack-a-Punch. Because if you didn't know, in Black Ops 4 you have to Pack-a-Punch your weapons 5 times in order for them to be at, like, max power. But throwing them in the Golden Pack-a-Punch will take any base weapon and immediately make it maxed out. And it's super nice. It really kind of, like, saves you a lot of time and money. Next up is the labs. So these are also going to be in the cons, but I do like them as a setting, and I think they're awesome. They're up on the side of the hill, and they're really cool just to kind of go in and look at, because it kind of feels like you're stepping out of Black Ops Zombies and more into something like Resident Evil. Because I forget this until I go back and play them, but, like, every early Resident Evil game had a lab section. But, like, it kind of feels like that same shift that you feel in those games. And lastly, for the pros, we have the zip lines. Now, I know I've talked about these being cons in other maps, but in this one, they really shine. Like, they definitely are used a lot more, especially in terms of traversing. Sometimes you have to use them, but yeah, they're definitely a pro for this map. Now the cons, like I said, the labs are also a con, because they do have a perk there, and so if you get down and you lose your perks, then you do have to go all the way up there, and it can feel like a lot of time when they do stuff like that, and I'm just never a fan. And lastly for the cons is the lightning zombies. These guys, it bugs me. I kind of wish they would have just left those out. I'm sure they have a purpose that I'm just forgetting, but I wish they would have just kept normal zombies on this map, because I'm not a fan of any of the elemental zombie types that they throw in. There are fire zombies, but once you kill 3 of them using snowballs and get the pieces they drop, they stop spawning as long as you don't build the dynamite. But the lightning zombies they annoy me. If you kill them too close to you, they go off like a flashbang and it just bugs me. So overall, I'm going to give this map a 9. And you know what? I do recommend it if you haven't played it in a while. It is one of my favorite maps on this game. And we'll go over my top 3 tomorrow when we do our zombies overall video. But I hope you enjoyed. Hope you're having a good day. If you're watching early on, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving. And I do recommend this map. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it. It is a nice little callback. And like I said, in a way it feels more like a callback than a remake. Like, it kind of does its own thing. So, until the next one, see ya.